The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ready.
44 is the mic, 44 is the mic. Check, check. Here we go, G, get off the field.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Let's get it.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Derrick Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Bridgewater to throw it. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That one complete to Hill. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
54, you're not ready. You're not ready. Check.
From the 16, Bridgewater flushed out right. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run with Lindsey, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. Take it.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe there's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Off play action, Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Hey, I-7. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you. I got you. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go, D. Let's go. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
Hey, exit.
They're going to go. It's Tannehill. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Here's Lindsey. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. From the gun, Bridgewater. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 10 yards out, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. But it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go.
To the air again, Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Tannehill throwing again. And this is Landry. Tannehill finds him. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Trying to get it to Landry there.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action here on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Open his swing, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got Evans. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
You got tape. You got tape.
They're going with Lindsey. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. 22 yards there, a first down. Tannehill now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And an alley to run. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a gain of 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown on the season, and the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Cut.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On first down, Lindsey, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. On third down, Bridgewater. And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Philip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Ready.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Jags, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.